Why do you think people have this obsession with making more money when they have enough? They're always sustained. They don't need any more, but they keep going. They keep working harder. Instead of just having that 20-inch screen TV, they work extra hard so they can get that 60-inch screen TV that they don't necessarily need at all.
I think it probably all started with the Northern European races. I think they have a different psychology than, let's say, the Southern Europeans or many Asian people or African people. I think their brains are just set up to operate that way, and they've sort of spread that mentality like a disease to the rest of the world. I think it started with John Calvin, this Protestant theologian back in, I think it was the 1500s or something. And John Calvin said that it was work in of itself that was good, and money that in of itself was a good, and not what it was used for or how it was used, but it simply was a good in of itself. And that's what he started preaching, and he sort of corrupted what many religions have said before about those matters. Like most religions teach, and most philosophies teach, that money is at best neutral and at worst evil. And that was sort of a turn of a different direction that John Calvin was taking religion, a direction that religion had never gone before, to say that money was the end in of itself, and whoever made more money and whoever worked harder was going to heaven, was a doctrine that he had. And you could tell who was going to heaven by the amount of money they made and the amount of work that they produced, rather than who was a better person or who took care of the poor or the needy more. And
did he believe in taking care of the poor?
No, he didn't. He believed that whoever took care of the poor was basically wasting their money, because that would keep the poor from working harder. And that was quite an innovation at that time to say something like that, because it went contrary to every religious belief system at that time and to this day. So I believe John Calvin, I believe that the reason why he originated this doctrine was, I think it was to do with his race. He was a northern Frenchman. And this doctrine of that work and money are a means to getting to heaven, I think could have only originated in Northern Europe, because I think racially that's just how they are. They operate on reason and logic, and they have this natural longing to achieve material things, and that's probably why the doctrine never arose anywhere else in the world. And eventually this doctrine that was started by him, although it was probably contained naturally in all Northern Europeans' minds to some extent, I think he just basically articulated sort of these natural motivators that they have to build more and to always achieve more. And I mean, just think about that. That's so nuts. Like, to say that riches were a means, achieving riches were a means to get to heaven, like,
and working hard and
suffering hard. and suffering and not to help the poor, not even for yourself, not to enjoy life, not achieve riches to better one's life in any way, but simply as an end in of itself, to get forever richer.